right. Hey, what's up? This is Zach. We're here at GoFest 18 backstage with the dudes from L.I.F.T. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate it. And we're also on Facebook Live with their fans, the real Dead Kids, too. Shout out. Well, cool. So I know y'all have a little bit of a cool origin story. Some of y'all from San Diego, some of y'all from the UK. How'd y'all all come together?
I met Ruben. Ruben's originally from London. He moved out when he moved out to San Diego, which is where I'm from, when he was like 13, and we became like instantly like really close friends in high school, and we would go regularly to like all the local. We have like the whole San Diego music scene revolves out of a singular venue called Soma. Cool. And in that the venue is like primarily like pop punk, post hardcore music, and we just grew up like around that environment, and we'd be at the music venue like 3 days a week. That was like our home for us. And we met Holden ultimately through the local scene, and he was like the best bass player in this scene. Not gonna lie, no offense to all the rest of you in San Diego, but he's no shots to the rest of the bass. Holden's the and yeah, we and then basically yeah, we were just playing in a bunch of punk bands, and then I dropped like just kind of like an experimental demo song by myself singing for the first time, which took off in the UK, and so we all had like nothing going on for us, and moved to the UK. Ruben moved to the UK too, by coincidence, because he was moving back, and while we were out there, we met Jamal at like just trolling around a local music school essentially, and then we formed our band, and then everyone hated us out there. But everyone we were working with, at least, because it was like, I don't know, we spent like a year locked away in a house, like finding our identity. When we found who we were, it wasn't like based off of what anyone else was doing at the time. And no one understood what we were doing, and no one understood like our identity and like why we were doing what we were doing. And so they essentially, like our manager and our agent essentially just told us to f off. And so we ditched them, moved back to LA.
Appreciate it. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, like, clearly, you know, we're Instagram living right now. Your fans definitely seem like that support has always been there, at least through, you know, the fan base of the internet and all that kind of stuff. So tell me about, like, your collective that you're a part of, as well as the Dead Kids' fan base. Like, what are they like?
Thank you for asking that. That's sick.
Okay, of course.
We are in a, like, artist collective. It started, like, before it was a band, we were, like, an artist collective. Called Dead 30, and we like lived in the Dead 30 house, which is like our house in England, and it's now comprised of just us and our producer, and like people that work with us now with tech and stuff like that we grew up with. Yeah, essentially, the whole premise for like our collective and our family, like which is our fans, like, and the reason that we do this is because for us growing up, like, what provided us rehabilitation, what like gave us a place, like a definitive sense of identity, and what's kept us going essentially, and like able to evade our demons, is living like in a scene and feeling like we're a part of something. Yeah, basically, that's the reason we do this, is because we want to be able to continue the cycle of bands creating a scene, and we want to be able to just be that band that we would have like cried if we met like in high school, because we cried seeing so many bands and stuff. And so we call our fans Dead Kids, because for us, we need this music to feel, and this scene and this like family and like each other to feel like alive. And we know that our music resonates with people that are similar to us and require similar like remedies. So.
Well, cool. So one of the things I was noticing, y'all have this really awesome fusion, hip-hop sounds, punk sounds. The Twin Cities is like a place where like the hip-hop and punk scene kind of crossover too. We have a lot of acts that kind of mix those two influences. So like, if y'all could collaborate with one hip-hop artist, who would that be?
There's a lot that we would love to collaborate with. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if we'd have to choose one. We would love to collaborate with Suicide Boys, Puya, like any of them, Kanye West, X before, obviously, all that terrible stuff happened. And yeah, but yeah, we love hip hop, and I'm sure like you can hear in our sound that we would love to collaborate with loads and loads of artists. Yeah, for sure.
The Autopsy EP dropped just a little bit earlier this month, right? So really awesome like variation of sounds on there. Y'all got like a piano ballad right next to like a trap banger with 808s on it. What were you going for that sort of variety of sound? Tell me about like the recording process for the EP.
We haven't really ever gone gone for anything or been like, yeah, this is our sound. It's just been like, we're just like an accumulative sum of our influences, and we just like, if we like something and it resonates with us, we emulate it. Yeah, just because we grew up in like a variety background of music, variety of musical backgrounds. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like, I mean, like, what'd you grow up listening to?
I grew up with a lot of like R&B, hip hop, and then gospel. So for me, yeah, it's probably how our music sounds the way it does, because we mix like a lot of different worlds. But and with our music, we just kind of like make a song based on what we like at the time, and then we don't like go, oh, we need to make this type of song for each like track on the album. We just make it as we like. So yeah, that's how Autopsy ended up being that way.
Y'all later this summer going on Warped Tour. I'm sure that's a big deal for y'all, and it's kind of like bittersweet because it's like the last year of Warped Tour too. So what does that mean for you to get to like open for that kind of show? I know you probably went to a bunch of Warped Tours growing up and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we went to Warped Tour and like, I don't know, we're just stoked, aren't we? Yeah, like, it's not as common in the UK to go to Warped Tour, so like, it's like a first experience for some of us, and it's yeah, it's just gonna be sick. We love a lot of the artists playing, and we grew up with a lot of them, and like, it's weird like being able to be on a platform and playing with artists that you grew up like admiring from a distance and stuff.
San Diego bands like Pierce the Veil, you know, Switchfoot, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm my personal fave, Hot Snakes and Drive Like Jehu. Those are two of my favorites from San Diego. Y'all signed to DCD2, working with Pete Wentz and some of the former members of Panic at the Disco as well. What's the mentorship like been from those folks and your label and all that kind of stuff?
Well, we were really reluctant to sign to a label initially, and so for us, and we were always like really sensitive about who we'd let touch our music, who we'd let near it and like work with it, and everything's just been about like making our own foundation, and then everything else is just an added branch from there. And yeah, we just feel like really fortunate to like work with the people we work with, because they all like have done it right. They've all had like really integral careers, and they all do music for the same reason we do. So it's been really cool feeling like we can trust the advice we're given.
Right people, right reasons. Backstage with L.I.F.T. at GoFest 18. One last question, man. What's in the future after this tour? What are you all up to? You got a full length in the works? Can you share anything with me? What's going on here?
Another EP, maybe like another two, probably another just one. Like, we want to do like a weekend type thing where we make 3 EPs and then release them in a trilogy. But we're just kind of winging it, putting out songs like when we feel it's best for our fan base, and like, that's it really. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks to L.I.F.T. They're going on second GoFest 18 today. Shout out, dudes. Thanks for coming through. Welcome to Minneapolis.